To the Bay of Plenty now, where Cameron Mitchell is a contract milker for Te Manawa Otuhoi Dairy Farm at Taniatua. Cameron milks 640 cows and raises 209 herd replacements. For the last 15 years, his calf rearing season consumed 136,000 litres of milk.
Oh, we were hemorrhaging milk basically. Yeah, it would be looking at probably seven litres per calf a day. Yeah.
You used to be 90 to 96 days.
Yep. Consistently.
Consistently?
Yeah, not just 1 year, it was year in, year out.
Okay, what about this year? How many days?
74 days.
How do you know that?
Because I calculate everything. And we weigh the calves all the time, you know, because I'm on KPIs, so yeah, it's really important for us to monitor the weights and get them weaned as soon as we can, because, you know, contract milking, every cent counts in the vat there, so you want to start putting milk in the vat as soon as you can. And when you're weaning calves 20 days earlier, it's a no-brainer.
By switching to the Queen of Calves program, he's reduced the milk volume by more than half and raised calves that he describes as little athletes.
When we're weighing them, I was thinking these calves they're not going to hit weight, because I was concentrating on around that sort of 70 to 80 day mark. That's where I thought they'd start hitting. Yes. And we got the first lot in, and just eyeing them up, I didn't think they'd make weight. We put the first one on, she was 15 kilos over our target weight. So
what is your target weight?
85 kilos for those calves.
So they're crossbreed?
Yeah, crossbreeds, and she was way over. The next
15
one,
kilograms
15 kilos, so we could have actually gone earlier, but we only do it sort of when we need to.
Right.
Yeah, we only weigh when we need to.
But you looked at her and thought?
I thought she was under, yeah, I thought she was around 75, to be honest.
Okay, question, what weighs more? Muscle or
fat?
fat?
That's right, muscle weight at the end of the day. But when you look at an animal and you see a fat animal, your blinkers go on and you think, oh yeah, that's got to be pretty heavy. But you don't actually think about muscle versus fat.
Right.
But that's what the difference was, you know. And the second one was the same thing, 10 kilos over, 8 kilos over, and I was like, oh man, we should have weaned these probably a week ago. You know?
So when Belle Booth came to you and said you should be done around about day 74.
Yeah, I was pretty sceptical about that, to be honest, because yeah, I know the numbers, and to go from 96 to 100 days down to 70, 75 days, in my mind there was no way.
Milk?
With less milk, yeah, it just didn't really compute.
And
yeah, I was blown away, to be honest, really blown away. So I just can't wait to milk these calves.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, it's like, oh come on, let's get them in calf, and you know, fast forward a year and a half, and yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting.
Cameron decided to use Queen of Calves because he thought it would save him $6,000. The reality is, Cameron saved 60,000 litres of milk, and net of the investment in Queen of Calves, the total feed bill has been slashed by $26,000.
Now, this is your first time with Queen of Calves?
Yep, first year.
Did you follow the program?
To the number. Basically, so we didn't get anything wrong, because we only had an allocation for a certain amount of calves as well. So, you know, if we did anything wrong, we were going to blow out somewhere. So we had to spend a lot of time just coaching the girls to get it right. My calf rearers are really dubious, because they didn't think with the lack of volume that the calves would be happy. Right. You know, they're thinking, oh, this is going to be a nightmare. Calves just going the feeders and just being upset, but nah, none of that happened. They went the meal a lot harder than normal.
Right.
And
that's noticeable?
Yep, definitely
they were
noticeable.
Eating more meal.
We got into the meal earlier.
Right.
And they were actually finishing their allocation. Like sometimes in previous seasons we would have a lot of waste with meal left in the feeders and getting rained on, and nothing like that this year. They were just cleaning it out,
so
happy as.
That you've noticed a difference?
Massive difference in the amount of meal that they've consumed and hay.
So their growth is coming from the meal this year rather than the milk?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's 100%.
Right,
yep.
Okay. So then?
And we used less meal this year. So there was less waste, and we used less.
Why have you used less meal?
Because they were just cleaning it up, you know. We weren't having to clean bins out and chuck it out. We actually, I think it was 2 tonne less this year than last year, and we did 209 calves this year versus 180 last year. But the total use was 2 tonnes less.
And are you putting that down to that they've eaten quicker?
What is happening is the animal is setting itself up to actually eat more. So it's eating more meal, it's eating more grass, it's eating more straw, and that's the key.